are you doing?
What you doing here?
I've been calling your phone all day. Where you been at? Yo, bro. No, this is my wife.
What?
This is my wife, bro.
What are you doing? Okay,
Why are you in the back seat with him?
But you don't need to do all of that, though.
Why are you in the back seat with him?
No, don't even listen to him. You know what? You broke his You know that, right?
Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? So you gonna be in the back seat?
I don't know what to tell you.
Are you Yo, bro. Bro, she didn't tell you she was married?
No, man. You over here busy worried about me, but you're not getting the money for the mortgage.
Are you serious right now?
What's up?
Because I have the money right now for the mortgage, you gonna cheat on me?
I mean, somebody got to pay the mortgage.
Wow, bro. You feel good, bro? You feel good, bro?
Feel good? Yeah, I feel good. You
all right,
right.
All right.
Check your what?
Just go.
No, you good. You good. You good.
No,
you good, bro.
You know what you need to do?
All right, yeah,
go get a job, right? So
okay, I'm gonna get one.
So I gotta do what I gotta do.
Whatever. Are you serious?
Hey.
Really?
Yeah, this stuff happens a lot, guys.
He turns and talks to the guy.
What?
He turns and talks to the guy.
Hey man, he don't know what to do. To be honest with you, look like you don't know what to do.
Dude, you're not married to the guy. You're not married to the guy. So why are you confronting the guy? Answered you when he said you asked the guy. She didn't tell you was married, and the guy say no. So when the guy told you that at that point, your issue was not with that guy. Your issue was with the woman who made the commitment with you. So there should have never been any more conversation for that guy. Your conversation should have been, you leave, come on, go with me so we can figure this out, or leave her ass right there with that dude. But at the bottom line, she said she was getting the money for the mortgage by hook or crook. Because he broke.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he ain't going.
She was not getting put out of her house.
He up here cutting up and clowning and kicking and shit. He ain't finna go nowhere, man. I can tell what he talk. Man, he ain't finna go nowhere. First of all, your old lady said you broke. So shit. Where you gonna go? That's why she doing what she doing, because she knows you ain't going nowhere, because you ain't got nowhere to go. You living over there.
And if she don't get that money, they ain't gonna have nowhere to stay.
Yeah.
This is crazy. But now you want to flex and turn to the man and tell a man, bruh, you proud of yourself? What? Dude, no, you interrupt me. You stopped me before I got what I was trying to get. So either you gonna move on and let me do what I was gonna do, or you gonna take your wife with you and I can go find somebody else. Like, really, you gonna talk to this man when you married to the woman? I never ever understood when people are married and they catch their spouse cheating on them. Why is it they want to be confrontational with the person that they cheat? Even if that person told you I was married and I still decided to mess with you, why are you coming to me? Why do you feel compelled to approach or fight or get into it with the person who's the person that's cheating with your wife or your husband? Your commitment is with that person. You need to deal with the person that stood in front of God and witnesses and said, I do. Not the person, because they ain't pulling them out the house. They ain't holding them with no gun. So what is your beef with the person who's there? You just looking for somebody to push your frustrations on, because you know why? You're hurt. You're in love with a person who's cheating on you. Take it out on the person who's cheating on you. That's who you should be talking to. A woman, if I was a cheating woman and I'm somewhere with her man and she walks up to me and asks me, did he tell you I was married? Girl, that would be your last mistake. Don't ask me no question. Deal with your husband. That is the person that made the commitment to you. What does it matter whether he told me he was married or not? It's still on me. That's between me and God, not you.
Yeah, you knew what kind of chick you had when you hooked up with in the first place, dog. I mean, she just didn't develop this attitude overnight. Yeah, I already know. You know, when you listen, when you trying to get to know somebody, you
But
have to look at them at all aspects. Let's just say,
mhm,
a person is trying to hide who they are.
mhm,
They're gonna show you some kind of way. Whether you sitting down watching a movie and they have some kind of opinion about the movie, they have some kind of opinion about relationships and friendships and things like that, how they treat other people. It's very, very, very difficult to hide who you truly are over a long period of time.
for a long time.
It's
Mhm,
just difficult. But what happens is when you start getting emotionally attached, you stop listening. All you start saying is that ain't gonna happen to me, and that's not who I'm with. Oh, she's not, or he's not that kind of person. But if you could take a step back and you could look from the outside looking in, you could start pinpoint all the discrepancies and say, "No, man, this is
mhm.
who that person really is." So you knew who that ball was when you hooked up with her. Now she in the backseat trying to get the mortgage money, and I don't know, man. You should be trying to find a
I
way to
agree
make
with
them.
you on that part
Yeah, go ahead.
because I think a lot of people, when they deem a person as somebody they want to be with and marry, they see what they want to see.
That's
They don't
it.
really see what's truly there. They see what they want to see.
That's
This
it.
is
That's
how
why.
I want you to be. This ain't how you are. This is how I want you to be. So they fall in love with your potential a lot of time, and that's who they looking for. They looking for the image in their head, which is not the physical image in front of them.
Hmm.
So you may it's certain characteristics about you that draw you to them on the outside, but then you start to look and see them on the inside the way you want the person that you want to be because you fell in love with the outer,
Hmm.
not the inside. And so they get to, it's not that the person is camouflaging, the person is really being who they want to be, but because you're taken with them on the outside, your physical, like especially with the man, you're attracted to her physical beauty and her body, that you overlook who she is she a smart woman? Could she, will she make good decisions? Will she be nurturing? They don't look at all those things. No, she fine, she pretty, she the one. She fine, she pretty, she the one. But you don't look at
Hmm.
the characteristics that you need to formulate a wife. And some people think that once they marry a woman, she will become the image in their head,
Absolutely
just
not.
like women.
No. Like a lot of guys, they just you hear this thing where a man know who he wants to marry within 6 months, or if he want to marry you within six
Mhm,
months, or however, man, let me tell you, that's why time is your best friend. That's why time is your best friend, because eventually, because when a person know 'em that really like you, most of the time when they get with you, they gonna try to mirror you. They're gonna try to mirror
mhm,
you. They're gonna try to find out your likes, your dislikes, and they're gonna try to appease what those dislikes and likes are. They just natural humans do that to when they like somebody or when they really, really into somebody. That's how most people do. And you have to get past that point. You have to get to the part where where the relationship is monotonous. You
mhm.
have to get to the part where it's really rough waters. You have to get to those part where the woman has a chance to do some really effed up stuff and she chose not to do it. Or the man chose it. He got in a situation where he could have did some effed up stuff and he just chose not to do it. Or did he do it? Or did or
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
did he commit any kind of betrayal or anything, physical abuse, anything like that? The choices. And the only way you be able to see
Mhm.
that is over time. Because as long as somebody is fresh on the brain and fresh in the spirit, then a lot of time you might well say they're on their best behavior. They're on their best behavior a lot of time. And you can't see that. You can't see past that. And then once you interject your emotions and your emotional attachment in there, you all done, because then they can really show you who you are, but then after a while you just can't see it. Because
I,
remember,
I
man,
I agree with that to a certain extent.
emotions are more powerful than the mind. You know that, right? Emotions are more powerful than your brain. That's why you have to train your brain to deal with your emotions. Whether it be anger, whether it be depression, whether it be uh laughter, whatever it is. you have to train your mind, because most people actions are guided by how they feel. That's why people can do some of the most messed up stuff, even to the people that they love the most, because your emotions are guiding you all over the place. And once you learn how to get past that and learn how to train your mind to say, okay, let's take a step back. The waters are, we in troubled waters. Let's be calm. Let's figure out what's right and what's wrong. Now, whatever decision I make, hey, I could like this, I could be happy about the decision, or I could be sad about the decision. But don't matter. I'm gonna have to make the decision that's the right decision. And the same way in your relationship is, okay, she did this to me. Now I'm gonna have to take a step back and say the long-term consequences. What is this gonna be? Is it good for me to do this, or is it bad for me to do this? Don't matter how I feel. But a lot of people
I
can't do
think
that.
in certain cases, I think that's okay. But with marriage, it's a little different because, you know, it shouldn't take you 5-10 years to decide whether you want to choose somebody to be married to. So I just think that when we start talking about those kind of years, and you expect that person to be there and all that, sometimes just waiting that long, and whatever the person may be waiting for, I mean, whoever you're gonna be, sometimes it's just that waiting period make that person fall out of love with you, or not see favoring you, because there's an expectation that you have in that relationship. Every woman goes into a relationship with expectation. Where is it going? And for a man to prolong the relationship, to say, well, I'm gonna wait for her to do something good or something bad, or see if she's going to change. I think sometimes that prolonging period is the period that makes that change, because you're not meeting those expectations.
Well,
And
we
that's
think
a lot,
men,
because
I think
I'm
women
telling
should
you,
do.
I wouldn't
Go ahead.
I wouldn't live with anybody 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, and have their kids and all that, and they still haven't married me. That a relationship should progress. And as you with a person, if that relationship is not progressing, then and they still waiting around to see if you're gonna change, then that relationship probably isn't the relationship for you. That's just that's just crazy to me, that you're sitting there. So you're gonna be with somebody 20 years for you deem them right, and you can marry them on year 21 and they can leave your ass. That's crazy. No,
Yeah,
I
we
think
talking we
that a
talking as if,
relationship should progress.
yeah, yeah, it might don't progress, because we talking as if this woman is jogging along and she's she's is Miss Goody Two Shoes, and that's like, listen, man, the dude might see a woman at year two and be like, man, hell no, I ain't finna marry you. 'Cause I see your evil ways. I stay with you. I gotta see if you gonna change, if you gonna work on those things. Maybe she don't never work on them things. Maybe she's a
That's
maybe
crazy.
maybe she's a woman that she don't never cook or clean or do any of that stuff. We just talking about, we just gonna use that example. What if you, I thought you were gonna, yeah, we got together. Yeah, babe, I'm gonna work on those things, and I'm trying to better myself. But a lot of people don't really be trying to better themselves. They'll sit there and then be like, well, I ain't finna do all that. You either want to marry me or you don't want to marry me. And maybe the dude be like, man, I was just waiting on you to, I was just waiting on you to change, do the thing that you said you were gonna do. You said you were gonna get a better attitude. You said you were gonna stop being manipulative. You said you were gonna stop being conniving. You said you were gonna pick up around the house every now and then. But over the years, I don't see you change. You may do it for a little while, but you don't do it for a long. See, I'm not saying that's in every situation, but we can't act
That's
like
crazy.
that don't happen in no situation.
I mean, even on that, even with that example, that analogy you with, why would a man sit around and wait for you to change all that time when you're not doing those things? Like, to me, if you're moving in a relationship, that person should be moving in a way
Maybe I want to
that
break
you
a
want. Now,
heart.
there may be some kinks that you got to work out
Maybe
because
you
the
don't want
two
to
of you
break
are
a
getting
heart.
to know each other. Please, that's
Uh,
foolishness. That's
Maybe you
foolishness.
don't.
Anybody, then you're using her.
Shit.
Then you're using her. You're keeping her
Because he
around
don't want
when
to.
you know that ain't what you want.
How you using it
Please,
if you don't want to break a heart? Well, you just should just go cold turkey and cut it off
please.
and block a number.
Yes, yes, Cole.
Let
Yes,
me,
you're
man,
not what
I
I
can't do
want.
this.
Stop
I can't do
wasting
this with
people
you, man.
time.
I
Stop
can't do it with
wasting
you.
people time. Sure, that's
I
crazy
can't
to
do
me.
this.
You gonna sit there and waste somebody
Shut it down. Shut it,
time. You
shut
worry
it
about
down.
breaking
Hey,
her heart. You want to
what
break
you gonna
her
do?
heart
Call her
anyway.
in? You gonna call her in? It's time for me to call you in.
Yes, like on the job, you're fired. Like Donald Trump
Call
said,
you in,
you're
cuz.
fired. Yeah, come
Oh,
on.
Lord have
Shit,
mercy.
that's crazy.